Welcome everybody once again to another episode of What's in the Box. I'm your host GQ. Before we get started, I want to invite everybody to subscribe.
Stubborn and meddlesome, I see.
Make sure you hit the notification bell so you get it notified every single time we upload a new video. Also, check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Also, please consider joining up as a supporter on our Patreon, and you can get yourself some very, very exclusive, very awesome Culture Junkies gear over on Teespring. So go to the link that's right there at the bottom of the screen, and we're going to jump into this video. When I did the unboxing about a couple months ago for my California trip and had the two large boxes, some of the viewers, one viewer in particular, an old friend of the show, goes by KimStamp1 on Instagram. Her link is going to be there on the screen. She said that she was a little bit disappointed that in the polls that we put up for what was going to be unboxed, that these glitter and glamorous from Banpresto, some of these small statues, weren't included in the selection. So she actually put a comment on the video and also sent me a text and was kind of a little bit stern in saying that she would like to see these unboxed. So I'm going to go ahead and do her that favor and unbox these, and we'll get that settled and handled. Normally I don't do unboxings for smaller statues like this. I usually use these smaller statues for various purposes. I mean, I don't really display them the same way I display everything that you see behind me here, all the sideshow stuff and the Kotobukiya and some of the other various collectibles that I have in the cases there. But I usually use these smaller statues just for like little accent pieces throughout my collection. But I don't really do unboxings for them, so this is going to be a first. So Kim, this one's for you. So let's get started. As you can see here, I've got 4 different Banpresto statues. One from actually I think 2 of them are from the Glitter and Glamorous line, as they call it. All of these are from the anime One Piece. The Great Dadakuji is one of his favorite animes. It's been going on for, I don't know, 16,000 episodes. But I've got here Carifa and 3 different versions of Boa Hancock. So we're going to go ahead and get started with Carifa and get her unboxed. This should go fairly quick, I would say, just to be honest, because these statues are usually either already put together or they are very, very simple in their assembly. It's usually like one step for most of the statues. Usually they have a lot of Dragon Ball statues that are like this. As you can see, hers is literally going to be one step. She's already there. She comes with this little small stand, and you just basically put her on the stand and you're more or less done. Some of the Dragon Ball ones that they have a little bit more complex, and when I say complex, I mean literally one step, where you just assemble usually 2 halves. Maybe it'll be upper body, lower body, and that sort of thing. Now, the interesting thing about these, though, as small as they are, she's actually wearing like real fishnet stockings. You can see on the close-up there. And obviously, as I always do, I'll put photos in. But these stockings are actually little, small fishnet stockings, which is insane, considering just the level of detail to do something like that. Now, putting her on the stand is going to be interesting because her legs are supposed to be crossed, and they are. But as you can see, the stand is a kind of a little bit far away, so you're going to have to kind of do a little bit of stretching to get her in position there. And there we go. Yeah, a little bit scary. Looks like you might actually break the legs, and then of course with the stockings it makes it a little bit slippery to move her around. So I'm going to go ahead and put her over here. Let's move on over to one of the Boa Hancock statues. Let's see, I've got a slit there. Oh, good. This one's actually ready to go. Okay, she has got what looks like slightly more complex setup, as I had alluded to earlier. Doesn't seem like there's going to be any assembly to put her together, but she is, in fact, going to be on a stand that looks like it needs some assembly. Let's see here. Okay, her foot goes there. And it looks like she has back support because she's probably a slightly heavier figure. So let's go ahead and put that there. This plastic out of the way, make sure there's nothing else in there. And it looks like she's got, for lack of a better term, she has a butt seat support. Yep, sure is. Goes right there, right up against her buttock. That feels wrong though. Seems like it maybe should go against her leg or something. But we'll get that figured out, where that's supposed to go. It's a little bit odd, to be honest, but it does keep her from falling backwards, which it seems like she's trying to do. Cool design though. Like most anime women, she's very buxom. So we'll go ahead and sit her there. Figure out that stand a little bit later. Let's move on to the next Boa Hancock statue here. As you can see, brunettes are getting the love in this video. I got one blonde and 3 of the same brunette. This is part of the Glitter and Glamours line, also by Banpresto. Okay. So, let's see what we've got here. Okay, more of a pirate-themed outfit this time around. Stand is in the box there, in the plastic. Very, once I get out of the plastic here, you guys will see what I'm talking about. Okay, that. Yeah, these are very, very straightforward by comparison to the Dragon Ball statues, because she is literally already assembled, more or less, and you're just putting her on the stand. And the cool thing about these statues that I will definitely give Banpresto credit to is there's good detail on them, but they're also fairly inexpensive. So if you're kind of somebody that's just getting into doing some collecting, or want some statues on your bookshelves or maybe on your desk or something, these are actually good starter statues, because they retail right around the 25 to maybe up to, at the high end, maybe $35 or $40 range. So they're not going to break the bank like a Hot Toys or Sideshow or even Transformers Masterpiece statue would, but it's still a cool piece to kind of put a little accent on your collection or your bookshelf or whatever it may be. So yeah, this is more of a pirate-themed outfit, pirate-themed kind of dress, I guess. Kind of reminds me of Bijanet from Mark of the Wolves, or Garou, Mark of the Wolves, on the Dreamcast. So I'm going to move her over there, and we've got one left, which is Lady Edge Wedding. Yeah, it's the red variant, because I guess apparently there was a white wedding dress as well, and to me, the red wedding dress is actually cooler looking. So let's go ahead and get this one open. Let's see here. Oh, some assembly required on this one. So I guess that'll be the one and only that actually needs a little bit of extra assembly. Let's get her out of the box here. I guess all of them couldn't be super duper simple. Oh, and we've got a box that I actually have to cut apart to get to these pieces here. That's unusual. All right, let's get her out of the box. Attention, don't put this inside any baby cribs, don't let any kids get to it, all the usual blah, blah, blah. Her head is completely separate, which is I guess that's fair, given the way her hair is styled. And of course, this one, look at that dress being as wide as it seems to be at the bottom, she apparently doesn't even need a stand if her feet are actually even going to ever touch the floor. That is kind of cool though, how move these two back a little bit, how the dress is kind of translucent at the bottom, so that's pretty neat. And she's got her back tattoo, which can't really see it in any of the other designs, so I guess that's one thing that this one has that the other ones don't. Kind of stands out a little bit more. And she even has a little snake bracelet on her arm there. So the only thing I have to do for her is put her head in place and she's assembled. So these four ladies are, well, technically it's two. It's just one is there 3 times. These ladies are what was in the box this time around. So again, Kim, you're very, very welcome. I decided to go ahead and do you a favor and do this video that you asked for. So make sure you subscribe, share these videos, go to our YouTube and make sure you're subscribed, notification bell. Please also visit our Facebook, Instagram, and our Twitter. So search for Culture Junkies, you will find us. Also, you want to get yourself some very cool Culture Junkies gear. We've got not only just t-shirts, we've got phone cases, we've got socks, which is hilarious to even think about. We've got hoodies, we've got the very cool all over sweatshirt design that's on there. We've got a ton of stuff. I mean, make sure you just check it out on teespring.com/stores/Culture Junkies. Like I said, link is at the bottom. Link is also in the description. And also consider supporting us on Patreon. We've got a couple of tiers there, and depending on the tier, you can have your name in the credits of our videos, or you can get a personal shout out from me and also on our Culture Junkies live show that we have every single week. So again, I am GQ for What's in the Box. We'll see you guys next time.
Culture Junkies!